Okay, so another thing that's really important is not to admit anything to the officer when you get stopped. A lot of cops will say, "Hey, do you know why I pulled you over?" And the answer should always be, "No, I don't know." Because
Mm-hmm.
why would you give them a reason to suspect that you committed a crime, right? They already pulled you over. That's enough. We should also have a short conversation about Miranda and Miranda rights.
Yeah, and I would also add to what you're saying that most times when they pull you over, they already suspected you for a crime
Right.
anyway.
Don't give them any more.
Yeah, just let them
Exactly.
tell you. But I think when it comes to Miranda, I mean, a lot of people think like it's like TV. As soon as they stop you, they're supposed to give you your Miranda rights right there. I think the case law states that they're allowed to kind of ask you questions geared towards like investigatory, not like
Mm-hmm.
an investigation of an actual crime, but like your name, your date of birth, where you live,
Where
or
you
if you had
going? Something
anything to
like
drink,
that.
right?
Yeah.
And I think it's
Yeah.
up to you to kind of say like, no, I didn't. You know, a lot of people will be like, yeah, I had like 2 beers. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I could tell you how many times I've seen someone completely drunk on body cam say they had only 2 beers, I think I'd be a millionaire at this point. But I think that it's important to know that the only time they have to read you Miranda rights is when they're asking you something that elicits a criminal response,
Mm.
when you're detained,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or, you know what I mean, when you're detained, when you're being interrogated, right? But like, they don't have to read you Miranda rights because they asked you what your name was,
Right.
right? And like, that's, I
Right.
think that's an important thing. Like, you don't just continue to talk because you believe that none of this will be admissible because they didn't read you Miranda
Right.
rights. It's just important for you to just be quiet because a lot of times what people don't know is like a spontaneous utterance or something that you just say, right,
Mm-hmm.
without anybody ever asking you a question is not something that's a violation of Miranda rights.
Right.
It just means that you just gave up incriminating information on yourself. So I do think that's very important, especially in a traffic stop.
So you would say the best thing to do is just answer the basic questions, and then after that, just
Can we
that's
curse
it.
on here? No? Okay. All right. Well, I would just say be quiet is the best thing to do.
Okay.
Just be
Okay.
quiet. I mean, like, you don't have to actually answer any questions.
Right.
I mean, it's best to kind of answer the regular questions like, here's my driver's license.
Right.
My name is
Right.
Charles Ross. But
Right.
outside of that, man, sit there.
Okay. All right. Thanks again for listening, everybody. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.